Some days are better than others. Some days I have more patience than a goddess, and other days I feel like my brain. Why would they do that? I felt like I was sharp today because I had the computer actually on and running. It's okay. My audience knows me. They know like these things happen. Okay. Philly is directing me now. She's the director. She wants it clean. She's gonna cut it. Sorry, everybody who's watching live. Philly is going to cut it, but y'all know how I get, so I don't even care. But I'm gonna be professional. We want to be professional today because we got professionals in here. So, yeah, all right. Wait, I got to cut my phone back on everything. So, all right, I'm ready. No more countdown. I'm gonna just go. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Some days. Some days are better than others. Some days I have more patience than a goddess, and other days I feel like my brain is fitting to spontaneously combust. Some days I'm exactly who God called me to be, and other days I'm unsure of my purpose or if it's worth it. Some days I create the standard, and other days I'm barely meeting the expectation of others. Some days I'm supermom, and some days I just plain old feel like shit. Some days I'm motivated, and other days I save that energy to get everyone else through their day. Some days I feel like the girl of your dreams, and other days I know I'm your worst nightmare. Some days I'm walking on water, and other days I'm just trying to keep my head above it. Some days you tell me you don't know how I do it, and some days I honestly don't know how I do it, but I do it. Every day I do it. Alone, but I do it. I get up and I be who people expect me to be, and I tolerate shit I didn't think I could. And I go to work when I don't feel like it, and I run 5 miles to empty, and sometimes on Dunkin', medium caramel iced latte, no whip. And I isolate myself to whip myself into shape, or to muffle the scream escaping without intention, or to protect you. And I go to sleep, but I don't rest. And I live my best life the best way I know how, because anybody offering advice is just someone trying to figure this shit out too. And I figure shit out. And I throw a private party instead of a pity party for myself. I celebrate small victories, sometimes with wine and cheese and friends, and sometimes in the comfort of my own bed. And sometimes they go unannounced because I'm not different than you. Some days I look like I have it all together. Most days I don't. But every day I wake up to slay, to boss, to make this day bay. Every day I wake up and do the expected, if you only knew how unexpected that is. Some days I ebb, and some days I flow. But every day I find a way to do it. What's up, y'all? I said, "What's up?" Welcome to the Queen of that. You're right, Philly. That was a much better introduction. It was much better. Okay, so thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Queen Network on this beautiful, beautiful Queen Crush Wednesday. Oh my gosh, so nice out. We just skipped right over winter, and I ain't mad. Ah. The Lord done brought me the weather of my dreams, and I'll take it. I will take it. The Lord is good all the time. The Lord is good. I got a room full of choir, okay? It's finna be lit in here today. Yeah, they got me started tripping because they made me start over. So I might as well just keep it rocking. Thanks for tuning into the Queen Network, guys. I don't even know if I told you what you were listening to. You're listening to the Queen Network, and I'm your host, Queen Fierce, today. And I made it. I made it. I gotta tell you every week it's nothing short of a victory when I walk through these doors. So I'm just happy. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you all decided to spend your Queen Crush Wednesday evening with me with a little unwind and wine, because that's what we do here at the Queen Network. Y'all see her. I got a beauty to the right of me already. Y'all know how I get about these queens. Let me just get through it. I'm gonna just get through it. So, thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in for the very first time, the Queen Network is here to celebrate, educate, motivate, and elevate the everyday queen. That is you, and that is me. We are connecting queens consciously. I say this every time. It's not just my platform, but our platform. So if you or someone you know is a queen who should be sitting to the right of me or the left, hit me up. I'm Queen Fierce, Queen Piurce on Instagram and Facebook. You can shoot me an email, queenfierce@gmail.com, or my personal favorite, just slide in my DMs because you know I like that. Hey. Okay. Oh, as always, giving a great big shout out, a gracious shout out to my sponsor, New Voices for Reproductive Justice. They are a a nonprofit organization now, directly home based in Philly, but services Pittsburgh, the Philadelphia area, and Ohio. They are an organization that fights for the rights of brown women and girls, and especially when it comes down to the issues of reproductive justice. And if you don't know what that is, it basically comes down to other people making laws about what does and does not happen with your vagina. So, I mean, I'm grateful, that somebody thought that that's something we should be fighting about. Otherwise, you would just have Trump and people like him making choices about your vajayjay. Yeah, how you feel? Hmm. Speaking of how you feel, I hope you. Super Tuesday was yesterday. I hope y'all getting out here and voting and things. Okay, because I don't know. Once Trump got acquitted of that, whatever that show was, that what they call it? Impeachment. Oh. I was about to call it an appraisal. Cause why? Once he got acquitted of that impeachment, I was like, oh Lord, this man finna be president again. It is no way that he should have been acquitted. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. We've been trying. In my heart, I've been trying to impeach this man since before he got elected. And y'all just let him slip through the cracks like this. I can't even. I shouldn't go off like that because I don't even know if Amina is a Republican or not. I'm just sitting here. Guess whose show it is, though? Pissed me off. So I hope y'all was out there voting on a Super Tuesday because, Lord have mercy, I don't got my pressure up talking about voting and stuff. Oh, however, which state was I think North Carolina. Joe Biden got 62% of the black vote in North Carolina. 62%, y'all. He won that state. So it was the Carolina. I read it before I got here. I don't know. She going to fact check me because she a lawyer. So I mean, I don't care. Maybe I need her on the show. She's not here to be a lawyer today, y'all. We're going to talk about other things. But anyway, I really was just trying to tell y'all about New Voices and women and Women of Color History Month. But y'all done got me all worked up. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. 2020. Oh, I love WRD. So New Voices is doing a co-hosted event with WRD Radio. I actually used to work with them. That was my jump my um, where my radio career started. Um, and no, they can't hear me. They I don't even want them yet. Um, they're teaming up with them for their 2020 Level Up contest. And it is this Thursday, March 5th from 4 to 8 p.m. at Green Soul, where New Voices is sponsoring the live broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. After the WRD Woman of Color History Month Happy Hour from 7 to 8 p.m., supporting our queens on March 8th at 5 p.m. at the Cleveland Cavaliers Arena and Toronto Burke with August Wilson Center in Pittsburgh on March 9th. So, like I said, they cover the gamut. They cover Pittsburgh, Philly, the Ohio area, but because they're fighting for brown women and girls, they're also going to celebrate brown women and girls. So if you want more information or if you want to support them in any way, if you want to make a donation, if you want to volunteer, you can go to newvoicespittsburgh.org, or you can follow them on Instagram at New Voices, the number 4RJ. So New Voices 4RJ. Okay, so I do have a few announcements. Amia is so patient. She's just sitting here like it's just gonna be my turn any second. And I know. And she can't even wait. She brought these lovely candles. Let me just pour you some red or white.
White, because I'm gonna spill it on my shirt.
So we're gonna get Amina set up here while I do the announcements. So she don't gotta wait on me. Cause y'all know how I get. They know how I get. You don't know how I get. So since they know you don't know, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna do what I came here to do. So 4P, y'all, I finally scheduled it. For those of you who don't know what 4P is, People Poetry Potluck and Prose, it is scheduled for March 14th. Yes, it will be in my home. It is our decade kickoff. So this is the 10th year. 4P is celebrating their 10th year. So I'm super excited, and I'm hoping that at this initial meeting of 2020, we can get together with some ideas on how to celebrate. So yeah, if you want more information about that, all links are in my bio, and there is an invite floating around on Facebook if you want to check that out. But the link in my bio is acting up. I got one of those link trees, so I don't know if that ever. But I went to all of my pages and was clicking the link tree button. It wasn't working. So Linktree, get it together because people need to know about these events and buy these tickets and things. But 4P has always been a free event, and it's coming up. So I want y'all to come. So not this Saturday, next Saturday, March 14th. We get together. It's exactly how it sounds. It's a poetry potluck. This time we absolutely will get to some poetry, I promise. But yeah, let's do that. I'm so excited about celebrating our decade. Also super excited, launched the event last night. It's been in the works for weeks now, but Triple C Social is back with our first event for 2020, and we are going through strong for the rest of the year. So make sure you check us out. We are now Cocktails, Creativity, and Conversation. We're offering much more than coloring, but most importantly, it is all about your self care. So the new self care Sunday, we will be rocking once per month. I believe it's Sunday, the fourth Sunday of every month except for July. We're going to take a vacation, but we are rocking. Yeah. So again, link in my bio for that. You have different. This Triple C is all about the options. Yay. So I'm super excited about that. And a great big shout out to Our House Culture Center for sponsoring the event. So this is what this entrepreneur life is like, huh? And a sponsor here, sponsor there. People are great. People are just great. Oh, I want to give a special thank you to Queen Anastasia, who joined us last week right here on the Queen Network. If you did not catch that interview, it was fire. We was talking about relationships and things. So, I mean, I was involved, and I know if you listen, you want to be involved too, because you want to be like, "Whoa, what was that from?" You're gonna be talking to yourself about it. Well, what happened there? I was talking about. Yeah. So Queen Anastasia, make sure you check her out. She is Anna underscore the life coach on Instagram. And she has a book called Dweller in the Valley. And a podcast. My sister's circle. My sister's circle of Christ. There was on SoundCloud. I actually was listening to that last night. A lot of power there. It's nothing like queens getting together, like strong, especially when I started this journey, being able to find strong queen voices to motivate you. I feel like there's a lot of motivation out there. Like if you go to YouTube, you hear the TD Jakes, you hear the Miles Monroe, you hear the Les Brown, and I'm like, where are the strong queen voices at? Like I'm filled, I'm motivated, but I want to hear one of my queens tell me I can do it too. You know what I mean? So then I just had to be that queen, and then it's like, I find ways to fill myself. But that's Sarah Jakes. She's on the rise there. I like that Sarah Jakes. She's doing something with that. Appreciate her. Let's see. I mean, I got a couple other things to mention, but I feel like, we could segue because my sides are full and so is my heart with my guests. So to the right of me, I have the beautiful, y'all see her with the mic. Oh, the middle. Okay. You can't tell you. You would think someone who like has been in the business would be like more discreet. I'm just not like that at all. I'm sorry. I need to be on the other side. I can't be the one doing the directing because this right, I can't follow anybody's instructions. I'll be like, what? What'd you say? How? Look at the second camp. All right. So this is Queen Amina. She is the creator of Lucky 13 Candle,
Yes.
and she's beautiful.
Oh, well, stop. Thank you.
I can't stop because look at her. And we just found out that she's a lawyer too.
I am. Yeah, that's my full-time job.
She was like, yeah, in my other real life, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, it's kind of
Okay, that's cool too. I guess I met her. So I bought one of these wonderful candles at the brunch with words last week, a couple weeks ago, in which I had the pleasure of sharing some poetry, and I was like, "Do these candles massage you?" Because it says massage candle. And she said, yes, it does. And I said, I'm interested. This candle just going to jump up and massage me, y'all. So we're going to get more into the candles in a bit. But to the left of me, and the beautiful, the authorpreneur, the mogul in the making, the Erica Williams. And I'm saying the Erica Williams because I know y'all know a lot of Erica Williams because I know a lot of Erica Williams. It has to be the most common name in the universe. Guess what her name was before that? Erica Johnson. Like, how many Erica Johnsons do you know? Oh, you're Erica Johnson now. She's Erica Johnson now, but she rocks Erica Williams, right? See, how many Erica, like legit on my timeline, there's 4 Erica Williams. Like, yeah, so this is the Erica Williams. This is the Erica Williams that you need on your timeline. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there. She is author of The Untold Truth, and she is creator of her networking mixers. So super excited. And so I had met this queen And I was like, I don't know why it made me think. I know why it made me. I was about to lie and say I didn't know. I know why it made me think about this queen because when I went to the networking mixer, there was tons of queens like her there. So we just going to chat and talk about stuff and all that. Oh, I look good, y'all. I didn't know I look that good like that. I know. Look at how pretty you look on there. Oh wait, you saw me about to swipe it. I was trying to bring the camera over a little bit. Okay, I can't do it. Yeah. So I know we look good. I know, but I was going because I didn't want this to be in the way. So I was. Philly's going to tell me when I have comments, right? Oh, we gotta get Erica her wine. Would you like red or white, Journey?
Surprise me.
I hate.
You know how I get.
I know. I don't know what she gets. That's for later, sis. We'll go with the red because I need to top up here. I just poured like the leftover in there, and I don't think that was fair to me. So we're gonna get you in with the red. I have this thing flying on my face. What's that?
That's it.
I feel like last time we were here, we killed a bottle of wine. Is that true?
Sure did.
I think we did do that, and
Definitely.
we talked
Mhm.
for more than 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna do that today.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna be kind to Machete because she's always so patient with us. Machete comes on after us. She's hanging with the PRO, and they're supposed to start at 8:30, but they really be starting at like 9:15, and it be partially my fault. It's not always my fault, but a large part of my fault. So I'm gonna try to, we're gonna move right along. Okay. So I mean, where should we start today? So I think I want to start with Queen Amina. Yes. No, don't come on. Don't be trying to get all nervous
No,
on me
I'm
now.
excited
We
to hear
here
about
now,
you.
right? So I think this is a good segue because you are the type of queenpreneur business that Queen Erica connects with and promotes. So I think introing by talking about your business and what we doing with these massage situations here a little bit, or even just how, yeah, I want to try it out. Oh my god, this is how she sucked me in the last time because I was like, these candles massage you, right? So you're gonna see how the candles actually massage you. So before we jump into that, let's talk a little bit about, so we know, like, in your so-called regular life, you are a lawyer. Yeah, and we at a time or two maybe might have needed a lawyer, so now
Mhm.
you know one. um so how did you decide to like jump into the candle making?
I mean, I'm still a lawyer. I'm still practicing full time. However, it can be kind of boring sometimes. I will be honest, and I think that for me, I'm really big on self care, and you mentioned that, so I'm glad you kind of hit on that because
Yeah,
I
it's a big
think
deal.
that we really all need to
But
kind
this,
of
yeah.
take our self care Sunday or whatever days a week really seriously. So for me, the mundane lifestyle of being a lawyer, sometimes it can get kind of like overwhelming. Sometimes it's not a mundane. I mean, I was in litigation for a very long time and it just became very stressful. So for me, just having a day to relax, get a massage, or be at home and put on, some essential oil into
Mhm.
the diffuser and then just let the aroma therapy just fill the room. So
So I'm so glad that this conversation led down the road of self-care
yeah,
because I'm a firm believer that we create and we birth things out of our own need of
right.
self-care. It's just like, okay, I'm feeling this.
Mhm.
What can I do to kind of, and it always comes
Right.
down to
Yeah.
Mhm.
what we need to do for ourselves, which
Right.
is what self-care
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So, and
Exactly.
now we have Lucky
So
13
now we have lucky. Well,
candles.
first of all, the name. So my birthday actually falls on the 13th. So people typically think the 13th, you're like, okay, it's bad luck, Friday the 13th, that kind of bad feel around 13. But for me, I said, well, it's actually lucky. So
Mhm.
I switched it up around and, kind of got that
So how did
name.
you transition from, oh, this is cute, I'm gonna do this for my self-care because I'm bored, to this is a full-blown business?
Yeah, so honestly, my future sister-in-law, so I gave her a sample and she like hyped me up. Shout out to
It's
you,
always
Torn.
that one.
She
I got one too. Chanel, favorite queen. Yes.
she said she loved it. She loved the concept, and my future mother-in-law and my fiance. Like everybody just really was hyping it up, and I'm like,
Mhm.
well, maybe I am pretty good at this. Like I should
Got
definitely-
something here.
Yeah, I have something here. And so for me, just hearing that, I guess that I don't know, just them reaffirming that, okay, this is a good product. You should really kind of look into doing this a little bit more. That's what really motivated me and pushed me to do that event. I met you,
cool.
which was my
Right.
first vending event. I know. Which was literally like a week and a half ago. I know.
We got some hot off the press
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff,
this was very-
y'all. I didn't know that was our first
That was.
vending event. Girl, get out
That
of
was.
here. I'm about
That
to have
was.
my first vending event, but we're gonna get into that
Okay.
in a minute. So what I found most interesting about the candles is what you chose to make them with. Because
Yes.
it's not just like, oh, I followed the little YouTube tutorial. Let me
No.
make me a candle that I can put on my bed. This is like some useful shit right
Yes.
here. So can we talk more about like what you actually use to
Yeah.
make them? Because I feel like
And this is a
that's
secret. This is a secret ingredient. Okay. I can't
top
spread
flight
it.
secret
Right.
information here.
No, of course. So honestly, they're pretty simple ingredients. So I use shea butter. Should I look there?
Which I think we're in the middle,
Okay.
right? Philly, are we in the middle camera? I'm a terrible host,
Okay.
guys. Number one, we're right here.
So I use shea butter, cocoa butter, a little bit of soy wax because that's what actually allows the candle to burn.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're not going to be able to actually burn the candle.
Right.
And then what else? Essential oils and sweet almond oil, and that's it.
So
And I just created like a mix of the essential oils based
So,
on research.
I was just telling you before the show started that I was like, oh, I'm gonna include candle making and the triple CMS, and I thought it was gonna be like a simple thing, like, oh, I'm gonna watch this YouTube and I'm gonna how to make these candles so I can show other people how to make them. Nah, don't think that, because it's a whole thing. I was just like, I'm gonna hire a professional. So there's like a certain wick
So not
you
even
have to
that.
get for like certain
I mean,
waxes
there
or
is, yeah,
Uh-huh.
definitely. And honestly, I will be very honest. I watched a lot of YouTube videos because essentially the first I was gonna like just do a regular candle. And then I got into like the massage candle because I said, well, that's different. I haven't
so
seen
massage
that.
candles are like a thing, or is this just something where
It's
you was
new.
like,
It's new. There are companies out there, but it's very rare. So I
Okay.
said, instead of just like being a candle,
because I'm interested in
company,
where this idea of, because it seems so practical
it does,
because of the way like shea butter solidifies
exactly. And the cocoa butter,
but it's all natural product.
all of it. So for me, I mean, I did research. There are very few companies out there that actually do make the massage candles. A little more on the sensual side, I will say.
Sensual.
Yeah.
Don't know how we like that around here.
So you can find them
I'll
out
drink to
there.
that.
As much as you like sliding in your DMs, huh? She loves it.
She
And
did
y'all
just
know
say
how I
that.
like
She loves
that.
it. She loves it.
So this is a little bit more different because you essentially can light it and just, I don't know if you smell it, but you can just have the aroma fill the room and you're just like, you know what, I need to relax.
It's very light. It's
Yeah.
not like overpowering. It's not
Just-
perfumey. That perfumey shit
No.
gets on my nerves.
Yeah, right.
But yeah. But wait until you see this, Erica. So it's not just about the scent.
No, so obviously you can just have the aroma fill the room, light it up and leave it alone.
Mhm.
Or you can obviously blow it out.
Which one are we gonna use?
We can use
Okay.
that one. We'll use that one. So
All
go
right.
ahead and blow it out. You might want to wait couple seconds.
Mhm.
Just let it cool off for a moment. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to actually, once you light the wick, for it to sort of, smooth out.
Disseminate.
Yes. There we go.
Okay.
And then you just rub it on yourself, or you just pour it on into your hand for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. It feels like hot oil.
hot?
No.
Oh.
No, so y'all
it's
know
not.
how
It's like
Right.
super hot.
It's actually not.
Ew.
I don't know. You wanna try it?
now I'm not ashy.
No.
Mhm.
I'm afraid.
No,
don't
it's not.
be-
It's
don't
not.
be afraid.
Just pour it.
Oh, this is warm.
It's
Yeah,
warm,
it feels
and
nice,
so-
right? It feels nice, right? You want to try some? You want to try some?
You should try some.
I know you want to
You
try. I
should.
know you want to try it. I knew you did. Queen Camilla is here, y'all. I know. She was trying to act like she wasn't here, but I brought her voice.
Hey y'all.
All right.
Right,
Oh my gosh.
right.
Okay.
So you can, and I've experimented. It's not hot. She just
It's
screamed
not,
out.
right.
She just
No.
screamed.
I thought the same thing. I
It's
thought
like
it
what
was
you're
hot.
anticipating.
Right.
Awesome.
You know, it literally is just, it's
I love
like you warmed some oil up.
Just warm. You warm.
Yes, it
So
has
this
peppermint
one
in it, right?
Yeah, so this has the peppermint and lavender.
Oh my goodness. I love this.
The peppermint and lavender. So I found like different.
Don't look at my busted nails, y'all.
I found different essential oil mixes. So I know
Mhm.
that, I think we all know that lavender just helps with calming you down. It helps
that
with
way.
calming you down and just relaxing your mind. So you might want
I'm
to have
gonna
this
take
like
my
before you're
drink.
about to go to sleep, just to clear your mind. And then I don't know. I've done a lot of research on essential oils. I wanted to find things that were helping out with stress and things that if you're working out and your legs are sore, so you want to rub it down on your body or your knees because you're aching. So I've found little mixes for that. I'm still experimenting with which ones. I have about 6 candles right now, but
I think that's a good start.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
yes, of
Does it
course.
cure children?
I mean, I don't know if I quite found that mix yet,
Let me tell you.
but it can
We need to
cure
go heavy on
it
the
can help with
tranquility.
the headaches that children cause, or just your job, or just anything, life's issues. So you can just relight it up.
And you could just relight it.
Yeah, you can relight it up. You just keep using it until it's done, and it
So
actually
we
burns
have
for a while.
a fempreneur, a womanpreneur here who birthed something out of her self-care that is actually useful to everyone. it's a massage candle, y'all. The candle massages you. The candle massages
I thought it was just
you.
me.
Yeah.
I know. And so so I
You
found that
put it on your hands. You
interesting.
feel it everywhere.
It's a all natural product. It is not hot like so. You know how because I think we all done that. Like try and get a little sexy, and you be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna pour this hot wax."
Okay.
And I mean, part of the thrill of it all, you know. And it be like, ooh, and then that wax be like, ooh, and then it like cool off real quick. This is just like
An
a little
alternative.
bit,
safe.
like a little bit of oil.
Mhm.
What?
Mhm.
And it smells nice.
Yeah.
It smells. I wish I could. I know.
Yeah.
Smelling myself. Smelling myself. Smell. So yeah, I want to encourage y'all to we tried it here live right here on the Queen Network. And so so this is what intrigued me most about the product is because I never seen an all natural product. Go ahead. I never seen an all natural product. Ask Miss Camilla. I never seen an all natural product that like an all natural candle. You know what I mean? With the things that it's made with the ingredients.
Mhm.
I'm in love over here. You don't even
That's
know.
what I'm saying. I feel like once you see it, once you come in contact with it,
Yeah.
once you try it, it's like you have to have one. That's why I was like, so let me get this straight. They candle massages you. Give me one.
I didn't know what
right.
you were saying when you was like the
Right.
candle
Candle
massager.
massager,
I'm
right.
waiting for her to say, okay, well, it's just gonna jump on you and just like
Right. So I had to
I get
understand the concept.
And when she said it, and you was like, all right, well, we just gonna pour it in our hands. I'm like, oh, that's how it massages.
Right, right. And so that's exactly what she did to me.
You missed the good stuff.
Because
Oh my gosh, I thought you were over
oh,
there.
but
You missed the good stuff.
we tried the candle massaged us.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch the playback.
It's
So
awesome.
anyway, no, it's great. It actually it heats to an oil. So I have one on my nightstand actually. So she already sold me on that. But yeah, so to the left of me, we have Queen Erica here, like I said, who connects with queens like you.
You got to hear me in my head right now. I'm like, oh, seems like I got to talk to her about being a vendor.
Yes.
Seriously, because
and you hear that she just did her first.
I know
very
a lot of
first
people who
vending
would love
event.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Like, I know a lot of people who would love this.
I just feel like it's one of those products that once you experience it, it's like, what?
As soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna call my aunt. My aunt loves candles, but she loves oil as well. But she loves candles, so I feel like it's a great mixture, and she would love it. Oh my goodness!
I'm
You're
telling
making me
you.
all excited
Well,
about
I brought you a little sample. I got you something too.
And so this is why I thought that Queen Amina would be a good match to bring on with Queen Erica, because the last time Queen Erica was here, she was talking about her networking mixer, and it was her very first mixer at the time, and she birthed that out of a need.
Yep.
Okay, because she went to a networking event that was nothing like she expected it to be, so she decided to create one. And so I had the opportunity to attend the event, and you saw some of those queens here on the Queen Network. I was so excited to meet and connect with the queens that I met there that day. Entry fee was beyond worth it because of everybody that I had the opportunity to connect with. I also had a chance to acquire some natural products. I tried I forget the name of the company. I tried the Yanni steam.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
But only
How was
because.
it?
So it was interesting. They loved it. But
Everybody says that. Everybody says that.
so what I found, so it's a at home
Mhm.
treatment. I just feel like you have to find whatever your comfortability
Mm-hmm.
is with it. But the results were phenomenal. I mean,
Everybody, and you know what? That was the most. She was the most. What's the word for it? What's the word? Okay, everybody loved her. Let me say that because everybody was talking about the steam and her oils and everything, and I was like, I gotta try this. And then I went home and I tried it. Right?
Did you try it?
Okay, disclaimer: me and my husband are back together now. So that's how that goes.
I'll shoot you the info when I get home. Because I'm gonna I know boss network like a boss. Network like a boss. So yeah, so we have an event coming up. So Queen Erica has an event coming up. This is the second installment of her networking series. Network like a boss, which is going to also include some male vendors.
Yes.
This time. And so I'm super excited because I was like, you know what, let me see what I got. And I, hopped on the train and I found myself like preparing, picking up my merch tomorrow. I'm super excited. So I will be at the networking event. And so I've been to I've done plenty of vending like in my lifetime, but this is the first time that I'm vending solo as an artist. Yay. Like this is a Queen Fierce table. This is a table for Queen Fierce, y'all. Yes. So you're going to see Queen Fierce. You're going to see the Queen Network. You're going to see some Triple C Social. social. You can come color with me. You can come get an on the spot interview if
Oh,
you
wow.
want. You can
Oh, that's
have. We're
awesome.
gonna do a raffle. I got 2 raffles lined up for y'all. It's going to be lit. So I am super excited,
That is
and I hope
exciting.
you all decide to join us there. We are at Modern
Day
Day
Studio.
Day Studio, Modern Day Studio in Lansdowne, right on Baltimore Avenue. So I mean, the floor is yours. I can have I said enough?
I know.
Always. You just make me feel all. You always make me feel all good and whatnot. You know that. You know that. I'm excited for you to be there. That's first and foremost. I'm very, very excited about that. I feel like I was nervous the first time around, but I feel like every time I get close, it's like I'm super, super nervous. I am so excited for it because I feel like it's so many people that are like a lot of vendors that are like very new. I have some vendors that was at the first one, but a lot of new vendors. I have, but it's like very diverse this time because it's not just men that's joining, it's like children that's joining
I
with their
saw that.
business.
Yes.
Um, it is just like super, super exciting because if you knew, I came across this little 6-year-old. She's like, yes. And would you like to know about my business? Here's my business card. And I was like, yes.
Thank you, sister. I would love to know
Yes.
about your business.
Awesome. You sound awesome. And I was just like so excited. So I was like, I have to have children too because you know something? I didn't know it was like that many children that have businesses. It's a lot of them.
Mm.
And I tried to like incorporate like the men and everything, even though, I'm big on, the women
Girl
and
power.
everything.
Oh no, women empowerment.
Because I feel like we need to just like, push each other a little bit more, So for me, it's like when I did the first one, you know how many men was like, it's not fair that you're just doing this for women. I was like, I'm sorry. I mean, what do you
But we're
want me
not
to say?
sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. But so actually I ended up with one male vendor. He does beaded jewelry. It's called Push Creations.
Nice.
I love their jewelry. Do like a lot of different things.
And so, what other kind of vendors are we going to see there at the
I
event?
have a childcare center that will be there that just opened recently. I want to say last week.
Oh, wow.
And she's coming with like enrollment packets and all of that. I have a candle vendor already, but she's awesome. She's definitely awesome. She was at the last one. I cannot. India, that's her name. Her name's India. She's pretty awesome. She's writing a book at the moment.
Wow.
Anastasia will be there. She was at the last one. She's awesome.
That's where I met Queen Anastasia.
She is like super
Mhm.
awesome. I love her book. I started reading it from the last event.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. The owner of Modern Day Studio, her daughter was supposed to vend, but she's not vending anymore. She has these beautiful shirts. They're called 1126. I want to say that right. I can't even tell you how old she is. She's like this big,
Aw.
and she's so beautiful. They just had a loss in their family, so
Oh, that's unfortunate.
yeah. So she won't be there, but next time, hopefully, I have a food vendor this time,
Oh.
which is very, very different to me because I already offer food.
Mm.
But she like the way she sold it to me, she was like, I think this is what you need at your event. And I'm like,
Okay.
if this is what I need, then I need
Yeah.
to taste this.
Yeah.
This sounds like something that has to happen. I have 11 vendors altogether.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I cannot remember all of them at the moment.
That's fine.
But excuse me, there are 11 vendors altogether. There will be food. I'm doing my food a lot differently than last time.
I think I missed the food part.
Did you?
Yeah.
We had it was basic things like chicken and hoagie trays, but this time around we're gonna have a variety of chicken. We're gonna have it's like a pasta salad. We're gonna have
Gotta
cups
do
of
stuff bigger and
macaroni.
better.
Yeah, you live and you learn. I learned that not everybody drink wine. So unfortunately. But I'm gonna have just different types of drinks and things that people like. Just like you'll have raffles as well.
I will probably have wine at mine too. Sorry, guys.
What else is different than the last time? Okay, so last time I was supposed to have a live performance. It was supposed to be women performing, but what I stopped it because it was like it's two levels there. So
Yeah.
it was even hard having like the speakers that I had before
Oh.
because it's like, all right,
Some
everybody,
people
let's
are
come
upstairs, some
downstairs,
people are
you know.
downstairs.
Yeah. So, but the speakers were really cool last time, but we're not having speakers this time around, unfortunately, only because of the space. With it having two levels, it was a little hectic to say, "Hey, everybody, come downstairs," you know. But there will be a lot of beautiful entrepreneurs and handsome, well, one handsome entrepreneur that will be there, and I'm super super excited. This Saturday will be awesome at 4 o'clock. I'm trying to think what I'm missing because I feel like I'm missing something. You know how you feel like something's missing? You just
It'll
It's
don't
a
come
know.
to you.
lot to think about.
It's a
Like when you
lot.
plan these events.
Oh my goodness. And I'm trying to do it differently and bigger than I did the first time. The first time was like an eye opener. Can I tell you? I was
Yeah.
terrified when I walked in. I didn't expect for there to be so many people. I was nervous. I walked in. I said, "Oh,
And you're gonna outgrow that space, honey.
yeah,
I personally think you outgrown it.
yeah." I think I like this space one because the owner is super super amazing. When I met her, she was amazing. You know, she honestly she reminds me of like more calmer you.
More more calm than me.
Yeah, like
Oh my
she's
gosh.
like more like she's so mellow and everything. Whereas you're
I'm
just
not mellow,
you're
guys.
yeah, you're like you have this and you know how I feel about your energy, you know already. Your
She
energy
doesn't
just
think
makes
I'm
me all
mellow.
happy and everything. She's very awesome. She makes you feel very welcome. And it's very affordable. So because these events are not cheap. I can just tell you that,
Yes,
but they're
indeed.
worth it. I can just tell you they're worth it because not only do we empower each other? I was so inspired. Like it was my event and I was inspired. I was like, I love this. I loved it. I have to keep doing it. So I decided I'm gonna do 5 this year.
Okay.
That's
Altogether.
what I wanted to know.
I'm gonna do
Awesome.
5 this
That's
year.
good.
Because I have it's like right after it's always right after I get my last vendor. If somebody's like, well, do you have another vendor table? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna send you an email for the next one because I'm so
That's how you
excited.
have to. Yeah, that's how Triple C started.
I
It
want
was
to come.
like,
I want to come. I
please
want to come.
do.
I have to.
I'll send you the links. It is just it's a fun time. Yeah, it is just a hell of a
I
fun
had to,
time.
and I want to come to. I don't know about performing now, but I want to come to one of your poetry events. Definitely.
Oh yeah, please
Definitely.
do. Well, I mean, if you don't
You
want
opened
to,
it up, right?
yeah, yeah. If you
She was
want to
impressive.
come, she said I was impressive.
Yes.
Everybody, listen. It was like these brand new poets there. They had never performed before, and they're like, "Oh my god, what do you do?" And like all this stuff. I'm so nervous. I have it partial. I say, "Child, I read from my phone." Especially because lately I haven't committed a lot to memory because things are so fresh. So like I may share some I share from spirit. So I might share something that I literally just wrote. Like I don't have time to memorize that. Does that mean I'm supposed to not share it?
Right.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't make me any less of a poet or that's why I say I'm not an entertainer. I'm just gonna come and I'm gonna talk to y'all and I'm gonna tell you some things that resonate with your spirit. I hope if it does, give me a little snap or maybe follow me on IG. I don't know. But I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Right.
You know. But I'm not here. I'm not that kind of I got bars.
She do.
You know, I do got some bars. But I always felt like, I was more of a writer anyway. So to me, it would make sense that I just start kicking something that I wrote on my phone. So yeah, so 4P is it's a more laid back event because it's designed for people who love poetry or love the art but wouldn't necessarily go to or perform at an open mic. So it's the intimate atmosphere of my home, and we just like we get together and we have a good time. And, you bring stuff. Sometimes I cook, sometimes I don't. People get mad when I don't make the dip, but I don't care. I made the punch. Like, what do you want from me? So, and okay, I mean, we drink, like, me a lot, but it's always a genuine atmosphere. It's always a genuine time, and I'm grateful for that. But I'm looking forward to creating some events to celebrate our decade.
That's
We're
yes.
celebrating
That is
10
so
years.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I might be doing poetry at the table. I got me a little like
Yay.
camera stand with the little light on it. People want to do like
Oh,
the
That is
business owners want to come over,
awesome.
and I'll edit it up and post it.
You know
and
you're awesome.
all that, and then
right.
sign people up for interviews.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Whoever
That
wants
is
to come in the
definite.
stew. Y'all know how I feel about
Yeah.
meeting queens in the stew. Like just come on down, like how y'all meeting right now. Just it's just queen meeting, queen
Love
talk.
it.
Queen talk is cloth talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right here on A Radio. So I guess I need to check in and see if anybody is. People just be letting me go. I'll be like, why you didn't say anything when the
You made me go home and like write more poetry.
listen.
I was like, I have to write something. I have
People
to
say that
because
all the time.
I'm working on a
Tony
poetry book. Now.
checked in.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Remember we talked about it. So I'm
Is
definitely
that what
working on
Red
it.
Flags is going to be?
Yes.
I don't think I knew that Red Flags was going to be a poetry
I
book.
didn't know Red Flags was going to
Here we go. Here we go. So she's writing another book
Wow.
called Red Flags.
Yep.
What was the other one?
The Untold Truth.
Oh, I wrote that down. Yeah.
She's such a lawyer. She's over here taking notes.
But that's
Yeah,
you know
Uh-huh.
what? When you said that, I was so excited because okay, so originally I wanted to be a lawyer. Originally I wanted to be a lawyer. And then I realized, I'm gonna be honest, be super honest with you. I realized how long I had to be in school. I was like,
It does. It does change
maybe
things.
it's
Yeah.
not
It
for me
does.
because honestly, I love criminal law. I love it. Like I study it on my own time. Even though I'm a business major right now, I study criminal law on my own
Yeah.
time because I love it. I just
The time will fly by. You might.
it
think-
makes me nervous. My husband's like, "Well, why don't you do it?" And it's just like, I don't know.
And you don't want to regret it. Like I
I know.
love the fact that I went to law school. I don't love the student loans, but I know I
Nobody
have
likes
like
that.
that career.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, and it pays the bills, of course.
And that's always a plus.
Yeah.
Right.
But I started off with criminal because I was like, I love criminal. I love criminal procedure, everything. Everything I did was just like public service work. I want to help out the indigent. Like that's what I wanted to do. And I did it.
And you know what? When I was younger, me and my aunt, we had like this thing because I grew up with my aunts. We had this thing where she was gonna be a doctor and she was gonna fix us up. I was gonna be the lawyer that got us all off. So, but that didn't work out. So she's a hairdresser and I'm an
Well, first of
entrepreneur.
all,
So
Yeah. Well,
That's the way it
hairdresser,
works out,
That
though.
might be better.
you know,
The hairdressers might be better.
trust me, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
It definitely does come in handy.
Yeah.
But I am, I always have a new business venture when I come see you, right?
Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay, so originally I was supposed to. Okay, so I'm not huge on pajamas. I don't like them at all because I don't feel like they look right on me because I'm so bony and little and everything. So I always felt like they didn't look right on me. So I never really liked them. So I was like, I gotta find some pajamas that I would like. So I started looking into it, and then once I started looking at like different vendors and stuff, I was like, oh, I like these clothes. So now I'm thinking about opening my own boutique called Her Secret.
Ooh.
I always have to be her, right? So
It's a business.
Yes.
I love that.
And I am like super excited for it because it is something new. It's something I didn't see coming. And I think that's what makes me so excited. It's like,
That is exciting.
I never knew this was something I'd be excited about. And it's like now I'm like up at night and I'm like Googling the different things and the private
when it starts
labels,
keeping you up. That's a wrap.
everything.
We need to talk because I
Definitely.
definitely, when I was waiting for the bar results to come out
Mhm.
back in 2014, I started a boutique and I was like, this is so
Really?
fun. But you know what? at that time, and I wish I would have stuck with it because I was doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
I found like Instagram models, like it was huge. It was
Right.
doing so well, but I was worried more about what people would think of me.
Mm-mm.
And like I was like, well, I'm a lawyer. Like people, they expect me to like be in the courtroom and like I was like so in my head.
I was like that at one
And,
point.
Yeah,
I was like that because
and
I was
honestly, if I
with
would've
my
stuck
book.
with it, I know like now, if I would have just stuck with it, it would have been so great because I just didn't. I don't know. So keep up with it, but I know we could talk.
I'm sorry, I'm big at pushing people. So would is like a past tense word. That don't mean you can't pick it back up. It's nothing wrong
I'm
with
on
that.
to a different venture that I think I'm gonna
trust
stick
me
with.
and you.
I'm just gonna.
I'm coming for them
I'm gonna
candles,
bow
okay?
out because they're gonna.
Because my hands still feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. And not
Yeah.
only that, like
They're
when
gonna
you
close out the
smell
Queen Network.
peppermints,
I'm just
you can
gonna.
taste it in your mouth. You can taste it. And
So
I
I
love it.
have one that's at first I called it "Lick Me All Over," but I changed the name. Me and my fiance were like, let's change that up a little bit. So now it's called "Rub Me All Over," and yeah. So that one actually doesn't have any essential oils. That one just like really smells like the coconut butter, the shea butter.
Really?
It's just like for people who don't want any scent, but you just still want that massage, and it still smells really good.
And where can we get it?
Online,
'Cause I want it.
or Instagram,
Say
DM
it
me.
all. Slide our DMs.
Okay.
Do it.
Sorry.
www.lucky13 spell out the word 13 candle.com.
One candle, but you won't get just one. I
No, you
promise.
won't. You will not. If you
They're
could
like
have
Pringles.
two.
Can't
Yeah,
just
right,
eat one.
right,
Right.
exactly.
And
Free
so,
shipping after $40.
wow,
Right now.
she dropping them the kind of gems we like to hear.
Sprinkle them just like that.
And so you mentioned that you have like 6 different kinds. So what are the different
Yeah.
I guess
You'll put me on the
scents
spot.
that you have?
Well, back to my
That's
notes.
like her and the vendors.
So I have honestly a mix. Like one is specifically for like helping you get energy and just feel more energized. So you can use that like in the morning. It's called alertness. Just, woosah, wake up. Another one is helps with like breathing. Eucalyptus just helps along with clearing out your sinuses and just helping you.
It's like a whole system.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then of course the calming effect is the lavender, the sleeping, that's the not peaceful. Yes, peaceful prayer. I have to look at this one. Oh, breath of paradise. That one is also eucalyptus and peppermint. That one also smells really good. It's just like
It's I'm relaxed.
I know I didn't say all 6, but
I
I
know.
feel kind of. I didn't know if it was the candle or the wine.
Right. I think
It could
feel
be
like
a
it's
mixture.
a perfect combination
Could be.
that we have here.
Okay.
I just feel
Wait till I
like
tell my
candles
husband
go
about
with
this.
wine.
Because let me tell you, I like the little candles that's on my my headboard, and I drink my glass of wine and think, okay, this is a good
Listen.
time.
That's
Self-care.
that is.
So
Especially when my kids are
care,
sleeping.
honey.
Oh my goodness!
It
And
is.
I can use the one where you were saying, which one did you say? What one did you say? With the energy,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can use that
Yeah.
because one, I'm up at 5 o'clock in
I
the
was
morning.
supposed to say she doesn't need it. She's I'm the only.
Uh-uh.
I'm a night owl.
Are you?
Yeah, it's terrible.
And you know what?
I'm
I
not.
have to be up at 5, but I usually don't go to sleep until about 2, only because I'm also in school outside of my children. So it's like I have to find time. And my husband always tells me, like, you have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
It just depends on what you do with those hours.
Here we go, super momming it.
So and that's what we have to do at this point. Like, if we want better for our children, we gotta do better. So I think that's the crossroad that I'm at right now. Like,
Yeah.
at this point, I'm starting to see so much that I'm like, my kids can't go through. And I work for the school district, so you see a lot.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
for
yeah.
me, it's like I can't imagine my kids going through some of the things that I see on a regular basis. So it's like, that can happen. So now I'm trying to do everything. I am doing a thing. I don't know what to call it yet. It's
Here
a
we
thing.
go.
I'm not sure if it's
Another
called.
thing, another Erica Williams thing.
Yes, it is. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna call it.
Well, I'm still on her secret, so hold on.
Yeah.
Catch up. When are we
doing the
launching?
She
thing.
got the official
No, it's a
legal
goal.
pad out, y'all.
Like,
I'm
I was
done.
watching a video yesterday. I was watching a video. actually it was last night, and I was so inspired that I wanted to do something similar. So I started writing about it because I believe if you write about it, pray about it, it's yours. And work for it, is yours. That's my biggest thing. So I'm watching this video. Actually, it's like a 7-minute video on Instagram, and I'm like, she's not talking about nothing, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? It's 7 minutes. She gotta be talking about something interesting. So I'm looking, and she's like I want to say a celebrity, but like not like Beyonce, but like a celebrity, you know. And she's like, yeah, my birthday is in 50 days, and I want to be a millionaire by my birthday. So I'm like,
Okay.
that's cool. Like that is
Mhm.
so awesome. So my birthday is in June the 30th.
Oh, I was like, when's your birthday? Mine's in June. Sorry.
It's
Oh
the
my
best month.
it
gosh.
is.
I done brought the twins
Yes.
together.
And
So
I was
you're
like,
a Cancer.
yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
Aw.
I am.
So-
No, when you say I'm a Cancer, I was like, she's a Gemini. When she said it like that, I was like, she's a Gemini. It's okay because you know what? If you know how many Geminis I know, my sister's a Gemini, and like I know a lot of June people, like a lot.
There's a lot of us.
So okay, so I'm nowhere near being a millionaire. Let me just tell you, still struggling. I should just let you know. Okay, the struggle is real.
The struggle
When
be
you're
real.
Starting out, the struggle is
It
real.
be real.
But I want to do, even though I do like as much work as I'm trying to put in, I think I'm going to surpass my goal, hopefully. But I want to do 10 grand by my birthday.
Okay.
I don't want to just say, hey, I had 10 grand. I want to have a savings account that says, hey, here's 10 grand. And I am
You could do that.
super, super excited
Yeah.
because I have never seen 10 grand. I don't know. I don't know what 10 grand looks like in my bank account, you know? So for
But you
me,
will.
I feel like if I
will.
make it to that goal, I have 6 sisters, I have a daughter, I have a
Oh.
son. So for me, it's like if I can make it to that goal, I can make it to anything and they can see me do it. And I'm going to record it, like my journey and like all the different hustles I'm going to do to get to this point.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like super excited about it. I'm nervous about it a little bit because you never know. But in the same token, it's like I'm so confident that it's like, hey, let's try it. Why not?
Yeah.
Like life is about risk. Plus, you know, one day I'm gonna meet Steve Harvey and I gotta tell him this. So
I
Hello.
know.
you know how.
how you got on your journey to 10 grand.
Mhm.
Because next
You should
year,
start a YouTube channel. No, you
Yeah.
have one. You have one
Not yet.
already.
no, she's gonna document the journey. So
Yeah.
it's
So
gonna be,
I'm starting a YouTube channel, but I am still like documenting the journey and everything. But I wanted to start a YouTube channel for my networking events because I feel like one, a lot of people ask me how I put them together,
Mm.
which is honestly, it's only easy to me because it's fun to me.
Mhm.
Like, you know how sometimes when you do something, it's overwhelming. It's like, oh my goodness. Like
But I
events
feel like
are
that's
not
how
like that for
you
me.
know, like this is what I really
And
want
that's
to
what
do.
I feel.
Yeah.
Because when I do it, it's like it comes natural. It's like okay.
Like every time I pull up to a blank, empty storefront, I'm like imagining,
Mm.
yeah.
imagining what
It's like,
I would
this
put
is
in
for me.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of like
I'm
why
like, what's the parking like
Yeah.
over
right?
here? People walk around here at night.
And you want to know what's crazy? I know, right? You want to know what's crazy? Modern Day Studio, where I have my events. I used to live down the street from there,
Mhm.
and I was like, me and my husband was walking one day, and I was like, I'm gonna do something in there because I had a even though I let it go for a little bit, but I'm gonna pick it up closer to like the end of the summer. My dance company, I was like, I'm
Girl,
gonna have. Oh yeah,
you
I try to.
got
I try to do it all.
dance too.
Yes.
What kind of dance is it?
I do. I have a dance team with a variety of different dances. We do jazz, we do hip hop, we do lyrical. We have a variety of dances.
Oh
I
my gosh.
love dancing. It makes me excited. I love to see children dance. It's for children who can't afford it at all. Because when I was younger, I wanted to dance, but my grandma couldn't afford it. So, or the children who just need something to do. You know, like I said, I work with children. So
Yeah.
Like my
I
daughter.
see a lot of children who, instead of channeling their anger and the things that they go through at home into like positive things,
Into that
they
energy.
put it into like, you know, anger and like, you know, violence and stuff. And it's like, I see so much of me in them. So it makes me like, you know what, I got to do something for them. So my dance team, Dynamic Stars, mean a lot to me, but I had to kind of let it go for a while. But sometimes you gotta let things go and come back to it.
Yeah.
That's how it
maybe.
goes. That is how it goes.
And I love it because to see the excitement in the children
Yeah.
is what keeps me going. I train my daughter at home.
Oh
Even
my
though she
gosh, take
wants
my
to be
daughter.
a gymnast for some reason. I don't flip. Let me just throw that out there. But she wants to do gymnastics so badly. So and she's 4, so it's like,
If she wants to do it, you
take
gotta
your
start her
time. I'm not
now.
ready. And you know what? She's so, oh my goodness, it's crazy because she wants to do so much, and it reminds me of me
Yes,
now.
I'm like, well, where did she get
It's
that
like
from?
me, but me, younger me is like, nah, I can't do that. It's too much change.
Oh.
I'm so afraid. Well, I was so afraid of change. It's like now, I am in such a positive state. I bought my first car. I've had
Oh
my
my
license for like a
God.
year,
All
and I bought my
right.
first car a week ago,
Congrats.
and I love it. And
Yay.
it's so freeing. It's just like,
It's
oh,
a different life.
I have to wait for you. I can
Yeah.
leave if I want
Yes,
to.
it is a different life
It is. It definitely is.
when you can move on your own.
And I love it. I just feel like a lot of people don't know what they're capable of, and I was one of those people. I was like, and sometimes I hate giving the credit, but hey, my husband is the person who is always like, I don't know why you always do that to yourself. You got to believe in yourself. And I'm like, well, you got to believe in yourself. How about that? Because I don't want to believe in myself. How about that?
Boom.
Too much change. How about that? Because it was a lot of change, and I deal with mental health issues. I have anxiety and depression. Um,
I
but
got a candle for you. I got a
um,
candle for you.
she
She
got a candle for it. Oh, I love her. You know what? You were right. I love her.
I knew it.
And when you was like, "Are we still good for this week?" You was like, "Cause I have somebody on me," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "I'm like, I do want to meet her. I'm so
Yes.
excited."
I got you. I got you.
And it's just like your energy and your aura is like so awesome. It's like this one over here.
Isn't it just like a sweet?
I love
When
it.
I met Amina, I was like, this is just a sweet little candle maker over here. I love her sweet spirit.
Thank you. Thank you. You are not the first person who said that.
She
but
makes
thank
you
She
smile.
has a sweet
Like you have
spirit.
no other choice but to smile when
Mm.
she's around. Like I would love to see you upset to see what that looks like.
Oh,
You know?
that's my.
Because you just you seem like such a positive and happy soul
Yeah.
that it makes people want to gravitate towards you. It's like just sitting here, like when I walked in, I was like, oh, she seems so nice. And I didn't even hear you talk yet. And I'm like, she seems so
Raymond, but
nice.
who loved that matchup, that flyer matchup?
Oh, I love
It
that.
was
Did y'all-
awesome. I was showing everybody.
Did y'all look so
I
good when
first
they
seen
like,
it,
that.
I
showed my
was like,
husband,
look
I
at the
look at this.
How
sisters.
you did? I was like, what, girl?
I loved it. I
I
was
said,
just like,
look at
how did you come up
them.
with
They're
this?
not good with
Yeah, but
them.
you're always good with these flyers.
Yeah,
You're
that
really,
was
really
obviously
good with
very
them.
nice.
I'm gonna add that to my list of services.
You got
Yeah,
well,
that-
maybe I need to come to you because my
Mhm.
flyers. Oh my goodness! If you know what I go through for my flyers, I go through a lot. It honestly takes me about like 2 hours to pull out one
no.
flyer because it's like for me it has to look a certain way, and
Yeah.
if it doesn't look a certain way, I will start over.
Mhm.
It takes me a while, and you know how many people like vendors are like, well, because I send my vendors individual. I didn't need to do that for you because you're better than me, so it didn't matter. So
I wanted to be treated like everybody else.
Mm-mm.
I was like, she's acting like I know what to
she
do.
is
I
family
have no idea
now.
what to do. I'm
She's
like,
family.
do I need to
She's
bring
not
a
even
table?
No.
What do I need to do?
I told
What time
yesterday.
do I need to get there? I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh no,
I'm
I send
just-
out. I send out an email. I send out an email tomorrow. I send out an email always like 2 or 3 days before. So I don't want you to feel
She
like you're,
just
like,
was
kinda,
like,
lost
"Oh,
in
you want
sauce.
to be in it? Cool." I was like, "All
Nah,
right."
I always send out no. I always send out an email before to my vendors. So I'm so sorry. I feel horrible.
No,
No, I
get
always
it.
send out an email because it's like a lot of people like because when I first did the first like the networking event I did, I was lost. Like all I knew is that like I was supposed to show up.
Mm.
And I was like, and then I got there.
So, yeah, talk a little bit about
Okay,
this experience from this networking event.
The first networking event I went to, I always thought that networking events were supposed to be like really professional and uplifting and positive, and I really didn't feel that when I went. So I was like, I had went home to my husband, I cried because I'm a crybaby and that's what I do. So I cried to my husband. I'm like, I just don't understand it. I thought it was gonna be different than this. And he's like, well, it could be. And then he's like, I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, why don't you just do it yourself? I'm like, no, I
That
can't.
always
I'm like,
happens.
that's too much. I can't do that. And I was sitting
Thank
there.
God for partners that push you, yo.
Tell me about it. Even when you,
Right.
excuse me,
Yes.
even when you don't want to be pushed, it's like
Yes.
they know. They're like, no, you need this. And
Mhm.
he knew that. He knew that I needed to be pushed. And he has pushed me in a lot of my business ventures, like my book. I gave up on my book for like a year. It took me a while. But he did push me. He drove me crazy about it because it would be times where like I'll be trying to take a nap in the middle of the day and he's like, no, we got work to do. Get up now. And I'm like, but I don't want to get up. I've been up all day. I'm tired. And he's like, well, we don't got time for that.
Right. You got to work sometime.
And you know what he says to me? Private school costs. And you want these kids to go to public school? And I was like, I gotta get up.
Right.
I was like, all right.
The motivation.
Yeah,
Find
and that's
what your
what it is.
motivation is.
That's what it is. And like so he dropped me off here, and my daughter is like, she's so nosy, and like she's 4, and her vocabulary is awesome. And she's like, mommy, where you going? And before I can get my words out, here's my husband. She's going to work. Mind your business. I'm like, okay. What he said.
Listen, I told the kids, I'll be like, mommy got work to do.
Yeah. What he said.
And we be at home, or like, mommy, or I put them to bed. I was chatting with somebody last night. They was like, what you doing? It's like 9:30 at night. I was like, working.
Yep. It doesn't
because
stop.
it's like, right, you gotta, you do whatever what people expect of you
Right.
all day, but it's like this other thing, right?
Mhm.
It's like this thing that pulls you or pushes you, or that you're actually called to do, or is your purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I got caught up in this, which was nice for a season.
Right.
You know what I mean? But seasons come and go, seasons
Yeah, they
ebb and
change.
flow.
Mhm.
And so here I am chatting and working. Yes, it's 9:30 at night.
That's what we
My
got.
kids are in bed and I'm working.
Oh yeah,
That's what we
I get
do.
those phone calls all the time. What are you doing?
Mhm.
I'm working. At this time of night? Yes.
Even babe, when she be like, "What you doing? Work."
It's the best
Yeah.
part of the night. This is the best
Mm.
time to work.
When it's quiet.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
The kids are
Yeah.
sleeping. You don't have
Yeah.
nothing else to do. It's
Right.
like it's time to focus.
Yeah.
You guys are better than me. I'm like in bed.
And you, no, I do
You
most
guys
of
are
my,
motivating me though.
but I do a lot of my work in bed. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I do a lot of my work in bed because it works for me because I get to relax
yeah.
and get my work done at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Large part of why I upgraded my phone, because I do a lot of work from my
Me
phone.
too.
And like I have a tablet,
Yeah.
like I have a Surface, I have a laptop, I have all that, but I'm more productive
on your phone. Me
on my
too.
phone.
Me
Yep.
too.
That's
Me
how
too.
I design everything that I design. That's
Yeah.
how I
Yeah.
network. That's how that's how I push.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, let me get me something that's more functional
Yep.
to like what my needs are.
Yep.
And so here we are. iPhone 11 Pro.
Oh, well, you're fancy.
Trying to get
Right.
like you when I grow up.
It's fancy, y'all. I feel like I'm learning the iPhone all over again. It's supposed to be the same, but it's
Oh,
different.
no.
Don't let them tell you that
Don't
it's
let
the
them.
same, because it's not. It's real. It's different. Okay, so y'all know how I feel like somebody's mom with this technology. Sometimes I'm learning, but I'm getting there. I'm like a young old head.
Oh, here we go. She
I
does this
am.
every time. Last time
I
it was
do.
like almost her birthday, and she goes, "I'm getting old, guys." No, you're not. You're not. You really
Not at all.
No, you're not.
It's coming down. I was thinking about how old I was yesterday, and I almost said the wrong number, and it was older than what I am.
Oh no.
Lord mercy.
Ow.
Lord mercy. Because I do this to myself.
But so much changed though, because you know what? I went to my cousin's grand opening a few days ago, and my grandmother was there. And my
What's the
grandmother,
grand opening for?
her daycare,
Oh.
and she's been trying to do it for like 3 years now.
wow.
And she finally have like everything together
Everything's in
and
place.
it's
nothing
awesome.
like that.
It's beautiful, and she has been in childcare for 10 years.
Wow.
And she is awesome with children. And when I went to the grand opening, and the kids are like the older kids, they're like listening to like their music.
Mhm.
And my grandmother is there, and she's like, y'all wasn't brought up on this music. She said, you know what, Erica, you was brought up on a Temptation. Yes,
Yes.
this
so
I know.
Make it real. Make it real to me.
Yeah,
Make
and
it
she was so
plain.
serious. She's like, I thought, and you know what? She came. I don't know if you met her when you came to the last networking event because she was there, and she's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not expect for it to be like this, and I was like, well, why not? She's like, I'm a different person outside of my businesses. I'm a very different person. I am a goofy, loud, and excited person. I like to have a lot of fun, like a whole lot of fun. And my girl was like, that is exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I was like, well, how do you feel now? And she's like, I'm so proud of you. And I'm
Oh,
like,
mama.
now you're going to make me cry.
I
Uh-huh.
Now you're
know.
going to make me cry. And I'm just like,
That's a
whatever.
large part why we
Wow.
do what we do.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely. Because now I had, you know what's crazy? You know what? I stopped pushing my book for a while. I did only because I started focusing on other things.
Where
Mhm.
can we get your book, by the way?
Well,
Because Amina's running the show.
well,
Because y'all, I mean, I'm just here at this point.
I
So.
want to support.
I usually just do everything through my social media
Okay.
through um theuntoldtruth.com. I have a
Okay.
link in my bio on Instagram, e.marie.underscore. That's my Instagram. On my Facebook, anytime that you slide in my DMs, I will sign the book and send it over. I'm pretty good with that. Or Amazon. Amazon has it because I self-publish through Amazon. And I will be selling my books this Saturday at
Okay.
Network Like a Boss.
Nice.
I didn't have my books last time, so I was like, I gotta have it this time because
Yeah.
so many people were like, "Well, where is your book?" And I'm like, "Sorry," but I learned a lot from that book though. I learned so
Yeah.
much now because um, I feel like you just see so much. I read my book to my 4-year-old, well, parts of it to my 4-year-old, the appropriate parts, not
Mhm.
many appropriate parts, but it's appropriate part.
They should absolutely
Yeah, because
know.
me and my daughter are very, very close. My daughter is my best friend in the whole wide world. And I cry. She hugs me. She wipes my tears. She says, Mommy, it's going to be okay. And she's 4. So I
No.
feel like I can tell her anything. And she does the same thing. She sits me down and says, Mommy, can we have a conversation? Like, all right. Because you said conversation, of course. So I read it to her and she's like, Mommy, you did that? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, who wrote the book, Mom? Like, I wrote the book. She's
That was
like,
me, babe.
oh, Mommy, good job. And I'm like,
Don't you call it?
that is it. That's all I ever need in life. If my kids are proud of me, I don't need anything else. I don't
That
need the
is-
money. I don't need anything. I need my kids' approval. That's it. And my daughter was so excited. Oh my goodness. My daughter didn't even know I can drive until a few days ago. My daughter was like, I picked her up from getting her hair done and she's like, Mommy, you're driving? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, it's just me and you in the car. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
It's all
I
about
said,
exposure.
are you nervous? You know, she says,
No, you're
yes,
nervous.
Mommy. I said, okay, we get halfway home. She's like, good job, Mommy. You drive like Daddy. I said, okay, I should take
my
that as a
son
compliment.
told me I'm a good driver too. He told no, but it's amazing. I was just talking about this yesterday. First of all, how resilient children
Oh,
are,
yes.
and we have to give them so much more credit
Mhm.
than we do. And it's like, oh, you're a child, you should stay in the child's place, which
Mhm.
all of that is
Right.
true
Yes.
because you absolutely should stay in the
Which
child's
I'm
place
trying to teach my daughter
when you
currently,
are a child.
because she don't know nothing about that.
Because that
Oh, trust me, I know.
see the
I
hand,
know. When the hand shake, it's real life. It's real life.
that male child of
Ah.
mine.
Oh, it's my girl
I've
child.
heard boys, so I don't have any kids, but I heard boys are a little different than,
Yeah, I was having a conversation about boys today, and but I've learned to embrace the love that they have
Mhm.
to give. At first, it was a little overwhelming
Mm.
for me because it's a very, you don't know this, but they came to me about a year and a half ago. So they're not my natural children.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but
They're your
y'all
natural children
y'all
because
can't tell
you
the difference.
naturally
For
love them.
me.
A year and a half. That's
I know, yeah, y'all can't
You
tell the difference
You
for
have
real.
a natural
I
love for
know.
them, so
Yeah.
and they have a natural love for you, so they're
I
your
just mean
natural
I ain't,
children.
you know, I ain't popping out. That's all I mean.
True,
but,
But you can't tell. You cannot.
But you can't tell because people tell us that
Because
people
when
stop
I
me
walked
about
in
how
here-
beautiful my daughter is, and they tell me how much she looks
Looks
like
just
me,
like
and
you.
I'll be like, all right. So
Because I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that
Yeah.
because when I walked in here, I was like, "Where are the kids?" I'm like, because the door was like, I was like, "Where's everybody?"
Right.
It's like,
They hang
"Where
out
are
in
the
the
kids?"
office,
And
yeah.
then when I see your daughter come, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Right. Safety net, right? But I've learned to embrace like the love that they have
Yeah.
to give. And I was actually just talking about this yesterday. My daughter is a healer.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I know, and I can't wait. Like I can't wait for her to realize that she's a healer.
But
like
that's
mommy can see that. Like I
awesome.
know that
when
she's a
they
healer.
when you see their gift,
Ah,
it's awesome.
my
It's
gosh, I can't even wait.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you can see your kids'
Right.
gift. My kids, oh my gosh.
That male child, he's got a mouth, but that the mouth is what's gonna save us all.
You know what?
Mm.
My
That
kids are the
mouthpiece.
opposite.
Yeah.
Like my daughter, she has the mouth. And I guess it's because like I said, I wasn't the best child. So, what you karma is something, isn't it? But my son, even though my husband is gonna kill me for saying this, my son is the love of my life. He drives me nuts. He does.
How old is he?
He's 2.
Oh, okay.
And he's amazing. And as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna show you pictures.
Mhm.
Especially because they just did their Black History Project.
Oh my
And my
gosh.
son was third grade Marshall.
Oh.
Even though Amazon did not want to send out the little robe, it was cool because we put him in a suit. He was so cute. And my daughter was Ella Fitzgerald, the jazz singer. And she
Nice.
knows like everything word for word.
Oh,
And my son is like my son is the only person who can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, "Mommy, what you doing?" And I'm
And
like,
you don't be burnt out.
working. And he's like, "Okay, move over. Move over. You got your own bed." He don't care.
Mm-mm.
Or he just like randomly just
Sounds
climbs
good.
on me like, "I'm gonna lay here." Me and Teddy and my blanket, because my son has this thing with his
So
blanket.
demanding. Must be boy.
I think
Male
that's what it is.
children.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, because of my spirit, it be like tinged when he
Oh my
like makes
goodness.
these demands of me.
Tell me about it.
Yes, I'll be like, I am the adult. You are the child.
Oh, my daughter thinks she's the president. My husband has her thinking it. Like when we eat dinner, because I'm big on like us eating dinner as a unit.
Family
And
dinner.
my husband will tell her like, "Yeah, you're the president, so you're in charge." And my daughter will wait until we're all sitting there, and she scolds my husband. And because he spoils her rotten, he's okay with it.
Oh, well, that's daddy's girl.
And if I could tell you
Yeah.
when I think I was like I had a headache and I'm like eating and I'm like I'm going upstairs. I don't want to talk. I just want to go upstairs. And my husband's like, "Well, where are you going?" And all this. And my daughter's like, "No, no, I'm the president. I'm in charge. She don't feel good. She could go upstairs
Thank you,
if she want
daughter.
to." I said, "You heard her.
Right.
She the president. How about that?" That's how I felt.
Thank you, daughter.
Okay.
Nice to her.
Yes.
She's,
Thank you,
oh my
daughter.
goodness. It's only when she likes me. Because when it comes to her dad, nothing else
She a
matters.
girl dad. Girl dad.
Nothing. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Nothing else matters. It's just like, all right, whatever.
So
Okay.
it's going to be time for us to start wrapping up. I mean, we just got carried away with the queen
Yes.
talk in the stew, but I did want to touch on this to see you ladies' perspectives as womenpreneurs, fempreneurs, blackpreneurs. What do we think of the honey pot situation? So did we hear about honey pop and how the 1% who are giving her bad reviews happen to be white people who don't appreciate that she's a black woman making a product for black women, which is black enterprise and entrepreneurship? Go.
Yeah,
I was so wait a minute. I wrote it in the notes, y'all, because I was like, oh, we going to talk about this because I'm surrounded by some powerful black women who own and run businesses, And I wish a hater would leave a
Okay.
1-star comment on your product. Now they got my shoulders bouncing because I'm
It's
excited.
going.
Okay, about yeah, the product is all right, but it's only made for Black women.
That's what I was going to ask you. So I heard of it, but can you elaborate a little bit more and for the people who might not know or didn't read the review?
Right. And so there's tons of reviews, but there's apparently 1% of the reviews who is dissatisfied with the product and rated Honey Pot 2 stars or below because she is a Black woman who is only who is making a product marketed for other Black women, and they're calling her a racist.
Mm.
They're saying it's racist that she's only making a product for Black
Can I
women.
have some more wine?
So I thought it was right here. So I watched the Target.
Let's just pretend these are white tears.
I watched the commercial, and so I thought my understanding was that also there's an issue with her saying, that she wants younger or she wants Black girls to see kind of someone who also is Black doing something that she has done or
That's
showing
part
them.
of it.
And so I thought it was like the trigger word was, oh, you want Black girls or Black kids to do that. So that's where I was kind of like, oh, is that what kind of tricked this person off? But I didn't read the review. So
But apparently it sparked other white people to I'm sorry, I was supposed to leave it at other people to jump on the bandwagon and also leave negative reviews.
Right.
But I'm happy to say that Sister Sales is up 50%. And my people came through. Okay. I was like, I don't even know. I don't think I knew what a honey pot was until this whole conspiracy. And I was like, but she is a her and she Black. It's a queen and I'm a supporter.
Okay.
And they was tripping on her. And so today, and I mean, that was within like a 24-hour time that her sales skyrocketed because our people came through. Because her. Now that little 1%. I mean, no.
I'm sorry.
I said last night I was reading the story and I was like, if this ain't some hating shit, this is the most hateration thing that not the most. Let me backtrack because they have done some. We all remember Barbecue Becky. Like we have heard some hating things. So we're just going to add this one to the list. But if there ever was a hating thing, why are we hating like that?
But you know what? I think honestly, and I'm gonna use your word. I feel like other people just don't want to see us win.
No, they don't want to see us win.
And like you said,
it's they. You gotta stay away from they.
The young girls, because that's why I do everything that I do for the young girls to say, hey, oh, if she can do it, so can I.
Representation is so important. And in a world where what is portrayed of Black women, it is important for young Black girls, for teen girls, for young adult Black women to see queens who are out here doing it. Period.
That's very true.
Period. Everybody think they're supposed to be an Instagram model. Everybody think they're supposed to be in a video. Everybody think they gotta be some kind of star to make it. Everybody think, oh, I'm just going to skip school. Everybody think, oh, I'm just here to make babies. No, that's not it.
It's more of us out here.
It's more of us out here. So that's the mission. Actually, part of my mission is for me to do it so people know that it's possible. That you can do it. Like that's the queen. That's what the Queen Fierce mission is.
It is crazy though, because it's like I hate that you don't want to ask this question. I really do. So is it okay for other people to do it just for people that are like them.
They've been doing it
My
just
point-
for them.
Exactly.
So
why
get
is it a
out of
problem
here.
when we try to do something for us? I don't understand it. Why is it a problem then when we are queens as well? We're beautiful queens that can do whatever we put our minds to as well, and we can show the next generation or whomever they're capable of doing it as well. So why is it a problem?
Because it's us.
Well, listen here.
Period. They
If-
going to do whatever they can do. I tell y'all all the time,
Well,
stay
let
away
them
from
keep
them.
on
So I'm not
going.
going. I'm not going to get my pressure raised
Mm-mm.
at the end of the show. It's supposed to be the end of the show. I'm
and then
getting
you use
my-
a candle to get your pressure.
Oh, the
Ha-ha.
candle is sick. Let
That
me
was nice.
let me have a breath of paradise.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
she poured out
Oh.
for me.
No, you want to rub it.
Yeah, I want to rub it.
That
Girl, I
one's-
was letting the.
But yes,
I have a question. Are you going to do because I would love to hear her on the throne. Are you going to do it?
Oh, thrown in.
Yeah, you know that
Oh
made
my
me excited
gosh.
last time, right?
I know. So I did it though. So yeah, we got a couple minutes, right? We're going to throw it in. I know, I did too. Wait a minute, but I'm like, woo!
I need a paper towel.
Philly, can you hear her paper towel?
I poured way too
The
much.
oil got her. Look,
I just needed to calm down after that
I thought
conversation.
you got her pressure
But you
rate.
know what? But you know what? That
Thank you.
situation, before we get off that subject,
Thank
it
you.
shows like there's a bigger thank you. There's a bigger picture behind all this, and the fact that our community comes together, like to support.
Right.
Yes.
That, like-
yes, because right after that happened,
Right,
we all
her
came together.
sales skyrocketed. So I
Yes.
think that is like super
And I knew
exciting.
that.
Right.
Yes. I was
Right.
like, my people gonna come through. And when I saw that today, because I was like, I'm about to leave a review, and I ain't never even used the product. Because that's how I get. I'll
Yeah.
be like, I don't even know who you are, sis, but keep shining. 5 stars.
Okay.
I mean, and you know what? It
Come
would
on the
be
Queen
even-
Network and talk about it.
Right.
Okay?
right. And no, you know what? I was going to say something funny, but I was going to say that. What if she left the review? What a marketing tool for
Right.
her.
That it
Not
would be
her,
a great
but like
marketing
somebody
tool.
else who, like, because I had never heard of the company, and a lot of people probably had never heard of it, and
Mm.
now here it is.
This is
It's-
the lawyer mind thinking. I feel like.
I love it though.
no. This
I
is
know.
like this is even.
But
just,
this is
like,
real
practical.
life. This is stuff
You
that
live it.
actually happens.
Yeah, like this is like, oh, I need publicity. Not saying that that's what happened. Not
But
saying
yeah,
at all.
but it does happen.
It does
It's very
happen,
common.
yeah.
Not saying at all. Just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not saying that that's what happened in this situation, but now the world knows
Mhm.
this.
Right,
company. I
right.
want to go out and buy it. I looked it up. I'm like, okay. I love the slogan and everything about it.
Listen,
So
Black Queens Lives Matter.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
all I
all
gotta
the
say.
time.
So whatever I gotta do for the survival of another Black Queen, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh! Yes, of course.
Right, y'all should get this kid. Okay?
Yo, we are lit in here, and it's not just because the candles.
Okay.
oh no, I know.
It's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Like I love it. Like we
Well, I should have
definitely
said it like this: we lit
have
just
to
like the
connect.
candles.
Oh, that's nice.
How we gonna say? I'm gonna make you a flyer with it. We lit just like these candles.
That is
Yes.
nice. I think that we definitely have to connect because
Definitely.
If you like shea butter,
oh my goodness.
this
And
is
the-
for
you know
you.
what?
I'm
not
about to
huge-
twist my hair with
I
this.
am not huge on shea
Yes.
butter. Can I tell you that? I am not huge on it at
But I
all.
think it's the mix with the
But I don't know
oil
what it
too.
is,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
it got me feeling good. I'm ready to go home now.
I mean, I gave you a little sample.
I think
You
I
and the hubby.
commented. Yeah, I think I commented on how well moisturized you looked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
I did.
did.
When I saw her at that event, she looked so well moisturized. I was like, "It's gotta be these candles. Sign me up. Sign me up. I want to be moisturized
You rub it in your
too."
hair and it just.
What was the first thing that made you want to be like, you know what, I'm gonna just rub this on myself? Like,
Well, I
like
just.
what was your first thought? Like when you rubbed it on yourself and you felt this.
So I first rubbed it on my fiance, and I was like, "You're gonna test
rub
this
me
out."
all over.
And he's like, "Oh, no problem, no
that's,
problem."
That's real love.
He's
but
like, "Sign me
yeah,
up."
so when I did it, rub it on myself, I really just, I mean, I just knew it was gonna be good because I watched a lot of YouTube videos that kind of showed this, and I said, well, I'll put a little spin to it, add my own essential oils, and then just kept experimenting. And I was like, this is, I'm onto something.
It's dope.
I tried the candle thing one time, one night. I'm gonna say that one night I tried it. I YouTubed it and then I tried it.
Yeah.
And I said, "This is making a mess. I can't do this."
There's
Said-
a science
said,
to
this
it.
one's not for
It's a
me.
science.
There's a
Right.
science. You
It's a
have to-
science.
So I tried candles first. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do just candles,
Mhm.
and it was a disaster. It was like just you're right. It's not as easy as it seems.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh, maybe I have to take a class. I don't know. But then I tried these, and I'm like, what?
I
Like
could do this.
this is like what I need to be doing. But the candles themselves, no.
Everybody has a niche.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We were talking about a niche last week when I was talking with
Anna.
Queen Anastasia, and so we were talking about the life coaching because I was saying how people tell me I could be a life coach, and I'd be like, oh hell no, oh. And she was like, no, you just gotta find your niche. It's not like, oh, you have to have it all together, which is my greatest thing. Like, I'm not about to tell you how to live your life, and I know I don't have it all together. But she says if you just like choose your lane,
Yes,
and
she's
like
a
I'm a
positive
master
person.
of this lane.
Yeah.
She's definitely a positive
You know what I
person
mean?
because
So it's
I
all
reached
about
her.
the niche,
I
right?
reached out to her because before I met her, I was looking into it.
Anna underscore the life coach.
Before I met her, I was looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm very big on like my religion and spirituality all together. And then I met her and I was like, wow.
She's got a nice balance
yeah,
going
and
on
I
there.
was telling her, I was
Mhm.
like, and I had reached out to her, I was like, hey, this is something I'm interested in. You know, how do you actually like go about it? And she was explaining it to me and like introduced me to, other life coaches. And I was like, I can't do this right now. I don't have the time for this. And it's like, well, everything I have going on is like, I want to, but I don't have the time. But eventually, hopefully, that'll be, my next thing. I'm
Yeah,
coming to talk
and
to you
it
about.
is like, why not? If you find yourself as a master in a particular area, why not pass that wisdom
Yep.
on to someone
Yeah.
else?
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? This whole life is about all of us making through it
Mhm.
together. You know what I mean? Because it is just some things that's taking us out, taking black people out, taking queens out, taking us out of our right minds
Right.
when we can just link or band with someone who already
Right.
mastered
Right.
Right.
that area.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a preach, y'all. It's a preach. I'm gonna figure out that thing that's stressing me out and find the person who's mastered that area.
It's like that. Definitely
It
like
gets like that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I definitely want to mention that. I think I'm gonna reach out to that honey pot.
I
lady.
know.
You should definitely.
We
have
should
her
talk
on.
to her
Yeah.
on the Queen Network. Cause if that ain't
That
some
would be
hating,
awesome.
I just saw that on this week. Oh my gosh. I saw lots of things this week. I don't even think I could write them all down. It was so
Yeah.
much happening
Yeah.
in this life. Oh, those
Only
beautiful
Wednesday.
I know. Those beautiful black Barbies that Mattel did in celebration of Black History Month with one of the designers from Queen and Slim. I thought that was wonderful because I saw these brown Barbies and these ethnic hair Barbies, and I was like, "Ooh, they so chocolate." I know representation
It's
matters.
everything. Yep.
It matters. It matters so much. Oh, and the photo shoot done by what photo shoot was that? But did we see the Black Disney princesses? Did you guys see that? I posted it on my Facebook. Well, someone shared. My mom shared it with me, but then later on, I saw an article done on them that was like if Disney princesses were
Right.
black. They look like chocolate porcelain. They were just so.
You know something? I didn't see the princesses, but I did have a queen slide down my timeline on Instagram, just queening for her photo shoot.
Oh my gosh, she's
And
so
she
amazing.
looked
She's so
amazing.
and I don't know how to share these pictures, bro. It's so much, and I feel like so everybody. So La did the pictures,
Mhm.
and amazing for that. making me blush. She's an amazing photographer. First time in the studio, like using
Really?
studio light, brand new camera and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
these photos came out amazing. So so I did, I can use the photos I did to help her. She's helping me. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay.
All that. Yeah, so I'm excited. So I gotta give a shout. I'm glad you mentioned that because I gotta give a shout out to on Instagram, Frida Shakur, but she's my good neighbor. Layla, she helped style me for one of the looks. And a shout out to the almighty Tony from Global Mindset, who came in clutch with some pieces I could wear, wearable art. So
Oh, wow.
she's always, she's just amazing. She's a number one. She's a go-to. She's one of my favorite queens in the whole wide world. And y'all know I got a list. Got a list of favorite queens. And so I just keep adding to the list because then I meet people like y'all, and it's just a whole thing. So I know we gotta get out of here, right? I know I saw Queen Machete, so I know she's in the building. So we gotta start phasing this. We gotta phase this thing out because I know if we talk about something else, y'all know what it was like the last time Erica came here because I don't even know how long I got out of. I don't think we got off until like 9 o'clock. It was like ridiculous. And so it's 8:26. I'm gonna cut it while it's cute, because Eric.
Yes,
Thrown in. So we got so I didn't write the question. So we're going to do it off the top. We're going to so it's called thrown in, and it's just our thank you, love. It's just our version of the hot seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not deep for real.
It's awesome. It's really awesome and it's really fun.
I had
makes you
questions
think.
like all
Yeah.
set up for Queen Erica over here, but I'm a little rant because I don't have that book today. They had the questions in it. So just off the top.
Oh, it's for me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I did like pageantry,
I
and I was not good at those questions.
But they're questions. They're good questions. I
Yeah,
love.
you know what? It's just
love this
little,
segment. I
little
love
quick
it.
questions. So the segment of the show is called "Thrown In." It's the Queen Network's version of the hot seat, and it's just how we get to learn a little bit more about you.
Go ahead,
A
ask
little bit
away.
more about ask away. She's an open book. You read.
Well, no, not quite.
Okay. She said, "Oh no, don't ask me that, honey." When you were in college, back in no, we're not going to go there. No. All right, y'all don't want to ask me no questions either. Trust me, I can't run for president, so you're stuck with Trump. I don't know what you want me to
I
say.
can run, but I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Okay, so let's see. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. Any particular kind?
Green tea.
And
And I heard it's good for just detoxing. So I'm actually getting married at the end of this year.
I know. Oh my gosh, I didn't mention that. Here we go. Yes, I did say the ring, and you did keep saying fiance, but like we locking it down in 2020.
Yes.
Come on, yes.
No, so with the green tea,
Uh-huh.
I heard it's good for detoxing and just like again, along with that whole self-care, relaxation, end of the night.
I think I need to switch back to the green tea.
Yeah. Now don't get me wrong, I do drink like real sugary coffee. I'll do like Dunkin' Donuts, mocha flavored, or a tall white mocha from like Starbucks. Here and there when I like have to go in the office because I usually go in at like 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But tea is good just because you want to like
right.
detox.
And green tea is nice because it does add that
It
boost
does.
of energy.
It does.
It does.
Necessary.
Little natural energy. in that.
Natural.
Yes, little natural energy. We all need to shift our natural energy, shall we? We shall. All right. So I guess I don't need to ask if you're an early bird or a night owl.
I am. I'm not night. I'm looking at my phone like,
we got her out. We got her out past her bedtime. Hills or
a
flats?
little bit. Flats, but I own a lot of heels.
We all.
And
Right.
I need to like
Yeah.
start wearing them more.
I definitely made my transition. I'm like, I got sneakers on right now, child, and I don't even know when I crossed over because I don't even buy sneakers. So.
Oh, I stick to my
I know.
sneakers all day long.
Oh,
After I had my kids, I said, "Oh, I'm over it."
yeah, I'm a mix. I'm a mix, and I'm marrying a sneakerhead. So I
Oh my
really have
gosh,
to
these
step up.
sneakerheads.
I've had
Help
to
us,
step
Lord.
it up.
I know.
Your mix won't be for long.
Yeah.
Yeah, loves
Yeah.
a sneakerhead too.
Lots.
And she'd be like, I wonder how long it's going to take you
Mhm.
to cross over.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, me?
I know.
Who? Meanwhile, I got on pony hair Reeboks right now.
Upgraded.
Saw these joints at the outlet. Like,
Okay.
maybe this ain't so bad.
Okay. These are comfortable.
They comfy.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you prefer natural look or weaves?
I'm a mix. So I did this myself.
Hey,
Hey,
girls.
don't look too close. YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Yes, school of YouTube.
Yes.
University YouTube.
Yes.
But I mix it up. So I have really curly, tight hair, which is
Mm.
nice, but it's very high maintenance.
Mm.
And so in the wintertime, you can't just be wetting your hair every day. You got to wet it. You have to wet
Right.
it in order to keep the curls. So I'll straighten it or I'll put like a weave in. Definitely.
I was
Nothing
like
wrong with
that
but
until I decided to lock it up.
oh, did you lock it up?
Oh yeah, it's locked
I've
up,
done
honey.
everything. I just like to change up my hair way too much.
Oh, yeah.
It
better
is,
than me.
and that's how I was. Listen, locking it up is the best thing I ever did for my hair,
would
and I
be- I
like
would
to.
miss my
Right,
hair.
I love to change my hair like a
Yeah,
lot, and then
yeah.
like every now and again I would twist it. And then one day I twisted it, and I was like, no, not gonna come out.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
going to do it. I always thought I would do it by the time I was 30, and I did it for my 29th birthday.
Oh, you guys are good. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I switch between a wig and a weave all day long
She like win and win
because
win
I
and
don't.
win.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like my hair.
Mhm.
It is so thick, and
That's
I am
beautiful.
not like. But I'm not like the hair person. So like, first of all, I don't even wash my own hair. I go to mine, and she's like, "Did you wash your hair?" Every time she asks me the same thing, knowing I'm gonna say no. So for me, it's like. I'm not a hair person. I would throw if my husband hates it, but I would throw a wig on quickly.
Listen, having locks is the most low maintenance hair I
Absolutely.
have ever had. It is the best decision
Seriously,
someone like me could ever make
Yeah.
for their life because I don't have to do anything to my hair. I
Right.
can literally toss this to the side and my hair is done.
That's
Mm.
awesome.
Okay, I walk out the door at least one time per day. Somebody compliments me on my hair,
I
and I'm
believe
like,
it.
I literally did not do shit to my hair, and I have not done anything to this hair for the last 6 weeks. Like that's me.
It gets
Like
like
I
that.
have not. I
It gets
So-
like that.
beer. She's looking at me like you're nuts. She was looking at me like you're crazy. I don't really care. Barefaced beauty or beat to the gods?
No, not quite beat to the gods. I don't even know how to really do my own makeup. Like so I get like lashes, you know,
Mm.
get the lashes done once a month, and then I'll do like a little blush and little whatever you call that.
The concealer.
Concealer, but that's it. A little I don't know what you would call it. So that's it. Like,
She
and then
has the
I'm
most
going.
beautiful rosy cheeks I've ever
Oh,
seen.
it's-
Hey, Queen Machete, look at your little queen shirt on. I see you. Yes, I see it.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's cute.
goodness. So, Queen Machete is coming up. Can I help you?
They waiting for you at the door.
I know. He like
At
it's
the
time.
door.
You know when they don't know how to real. I know
Me.
when they don't know how to
right.
read time, they feel time. I know.
They start to feel it.
They start to feel it. They
Aw.
know what time it is. So we're going to wrap it up. You got one more thrown in question for? Yes. Bring it.
Okay, definitely. You just got me excited. You don't even know. Okay. So, this is a great one.
Ooh.
If you had to pick one thing
Mhm.
that you could do for the rest of your life,
Hmm.
what would it be?
Travel.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. So honestly, I just love to travel.
It's
I
the
think
best.
when the people that you meet and the
Right.
cultures that you expose yourself to,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it's unbelievable. My sister, she actually lives in China, so I visited her in 2017. Long flight,
Mhm.
very long flight, but like to go
was
over
worth it.
there and be in that environment as a Black woman,
Wow.
and they don't see a lot of Black people. They don't even really know like that exists.
That is awesome.
A lot of them, like in
Wow.
mainland China. So going over there and just really seeing that one on one was eye opening. And I've been to a bunch of different countries, but if I could do that, like just travel for the rest of my
Legit.
life, I would.
Travel
is
and do
awesome.
poetry.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
just be
that sounds like the
life.
Yeah. I mean, I have, but like
A
to do it
traveling
like for my
poet.
life.
That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Traveling poet.
Traveling poet. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of
You don't
mine.
even need like a title. It's like I'm a traveling
It kind of
poet.
is my
That-
title.
Boom.
But
I
yeah.
was like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
It sounds
I
great.
did. I got to
sounds
go to
relaxing.
London,
Nice.
so I
Are
mean,
you going to London?
I went in November. Yeah.
How was
So
that?
I've never been
So,
there.
oh my gosh, what? It was amazing. It was like crazy and amazing at the same time.
Were they
Oh,
talking
it
like
was
this?
so
I
much.
don't know.
Yeah, they are. I mean, accents are wild. Like it's why there's so many people. Like there's so many people. Everybody's rude. It's just like
Well,
so crazy.
I didn't
it
expect
wasn't
it.
any different.
We will. I know. I know how to pay my ransom. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you,
Queen Erica, thanks for jumping in with the throw in. Thank you so much. Queen Amina, we had Queen Amina here from Lucky 13 Candle. You are supporting a fempreneur, blackpreneur, womenpreneur, Phillypreneur business when you support her. We got Queen Erica on this side, author of The Untold Truth, working on many more works, and the creator of the Her Networking series. So, I mean, lit,
Yep.
popping,
Yes.
thrown in. Was this lit or popping?
Both.
Yeah, so I'm grateful to
Poppingly
have
lit. How about that?
right popping tingly lit.
Yes.
So grateful to have had both of you on the Queen Network tonight. We air right here on A Radio around about 6:30 every Queen Crush Wednesday. I am your host, Queen Fierce. Thank you so much. Make sure you are following me on social media. And I want to give another shout out before we close out to my sponsor, New Voices for blah, 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 blah. Sorry, New Voices for Reproductive Justice. You know who they are. They are on the front lines fighting for brown women and girls and our reproductive rights. So if you want more information on their Women of Color History Month and the events that they have lined up, or you want to volunteer or donate, make sure you visit their website at newvoicespittsburgh.org. And a very special shout out to their founder and CEO, Latasha D. Baines, who is she's just an amazing human being. So I'm grateful to be connected. Make sure you are following me on social media. Check out the links in my bio for 4P coming up on March 14th. We got the Network Like a Boss, where you can come meet me and other queenpreneurs, womenpreneurs, fempreneurs, Phillypreneurs, blackpreneurs. Network Like a Boss this Saturday, March 7th at 4 p.m. over in Lansdale. Link is also in my bio. And we got Triple C coming up. So hype about this. Make sure you are following the Triple C Instagram. It's brand new, but it is the word triple, the letter C, and social all together. Triple C social on Instagram. And if you search it on Facebook that way, you should be able to find it. But on Facebook, it is Coloring Cocktails and Conversations. So let's just stay in touch, stay together, be our queens keepers, know what's going on, and share everything that you need to share. Oh, and share everything that you need to share. I'm like, she's sending me a secret message that I mind trick. But yes, keep it locked right here on A Radio. Coming up next, we have Queen Machete with Hanging with the PRO, and you know she always got a gang of folk in here. Did y'all miss Battle of the Sexes last week? I did. I'm about to check upon the replay on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/A Radio, AYEE Radio, all your entertainment essentials. I'm missing anything? Philly, did I ask you how you was feeling? I ain't forget about you. You was in and out, so don't even do that. How you feeling, Philly?
I'm feeling good, Queen. How
I'm doing all right for myself. All right, so let's roll up out of here before Machete beat me up. And I'm gonna see y'all next Queen Crush Wednesday when we're gonna have another queen or two sitting here crushing it. Can you play that outro for me? That would be great. Let's do the queen walk. Can we have that? All right. Love y'all. See y'all next week. This face. This face. I was giving all the kisses at the same time.
I love it.
Appreciate you.
The Queen Walk is not for the faint of heart or for those who tread lightly. When we step, you hear us coming because one queen can sound like a stampede. There is purpose to be fulfilled, and taking a half step is like taking 2 steps back. We didn't ask to be royal, we asked for faith. We asked for stability. We asked for loyalty. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for broken hearts or tenacity or to be the face of reconciliation. No. We asked for strength and blessings and lollipops and rainbows, a fairy tale. Not this dream come true. Listen up, y'all. The Queen Walk is so heavy, our stiletto steps crack the crystal stair. And when we reach the top, our crowns crack the glass ceiling. And when it breaks, we just fix it so no one will notice. Piece by piece, we seal what was once broken. We quickly collect what's ours so no one mistakes it for trash. We've learned how to heal ourselves. We've learned how to be this thing we did not ask for. We've learned to be queen, and only we can understand our language enough to teach it to someone else. Only we can say the things that will penetrate to the holes in our souls and the cracks in our hearts. Only we can raise royalty. Only we can raise each other. We are queen. The unproclaimed rulers of kingdoms and lands and households, the adhesive to our community, the resolution even in places where we don't know the answer. We are queen. We are who we've been waiting for, and we are heart strong, and we walk heavy, and we talk softly, but we speak mightily. And this walk, the Queen's walk, is ours.